Hello everyone. So we are back again with another video today, and the topic we had to discuss today was examining computer memory and executing instructions. But before we move on to the topic, it is necessary that we have our IBM PC ready so that we are able to write and execute DOS programs in assembly language. So as you know already, in the current operating systems it is not supported, so we will have to use an emulator along with the necessary softwares installed on the same to run the IBM PC. So this is gonna be an interesting thing that we do today. So let's get started. So first thing that we are gonna do is we need to install something called IBM emulator, IBM PC emulator. To do that, you can just go ahead and do a Google search for the same. So we will use this one. So installing this is pretty easy. Let's see how we do it. Here we go to releases. And let's download the IBM emulator for the Linux operating system. So as you can see, we have downloaded it. We will move this to the appropriate folder. Let's extract this here. Here we have the readme file. Here do we also have the install instructions. So here it is written that to actually use the emulator we need a ROM set. The first thing we have to do is to start the emulator from the launch bin IBM emulator, and then we have to acquire a ROM, and then we have to update the same configuration in the INI configuration file. So let's do this. So the IBM emulator configuration file has been created under the .config/IBM emulator folder. So let's browse to that and have a change in the configuration. Have a look at the configuration file. So here you can see that it is expecting a path value in the ROM set. So as of now we don't have any ROM set downloaded. To do that, what we will do is we will do a Google search for downloading a ROM. So we will download a PS1 ROM. So I have actually downloaded many of these files, but the from the experience that I have, this one is the correct working one that we need. So this is the link that we have to use. So you can go to the downloads here and we will download the PS model 2121386. Okay, we will download the English zip. Okay, it's done. Okay, so let's configure the path now. Let's move this downloaded file to an appropriate location. So now that the file is here, let's copy the path. And the file name as well. So now that we have provided this configuration file with the path for the ROM, now it should work properly and we should be able to successfully boot up our IBM machine. So here we go. So I will press control plus F3 now to boot the machine up. If you read the readme file of this, you will know that this machine is configured for multiple audio sounds so that the machine feels realistic. And here you can see all the sounds that are there. So this is the disk sound that we have here. You can turn it off if you don't like it. I will turn it off for now. Keeps hissing noise in the background all the time. So this is the IBM machine that used to be there in 1991. So if you see the software right now, it is totally empty. We don't have any softwares installed. If you go to IBM DOS again, the DOS operating system is not yet installed on this one, on this machine, but we will install it now. Okay, so to do that, what we have to do is we have to download the floppy disks of the DOS operating system, and we will insert these floppy disks over here in this. And here we will specify the path that we have to give. So to do that, let's download the DOS operating system first. So again, I have downloaded multiple files, and the one that was working well for me was from this website. You can go ahead and download the latest version. Let's try. But it says it is the CD version. Let's see what is this. Again, let's move the file to the appropriate folder. So here we have the DOS operating system. So these are the image files. Let's see if the operating system detects it, or else we will have to download a different version. Okay, it recognizes it well. So let's start with the installation. So now we will choose the A drive, and here we have the setup. So as you can see, we are in the MS-DOS 7.10 setup right now. Okay, it says out of environment space. Okay, let's try to exit this by turning it off. Another thing that we can do is try a different version of this one. So let's see, let's try the 6.22. So the version that we will be trying is the 1.44 MB one. So let's try this. So before we do that, let's delete the older file. Okay. Okay. Now that we have inserted the disk, let's try to install it. Let's select the A drive in which we will be running the setup again. So I think we need to try another version again. I think so. We need to download the IBM PC DOS, not the MS DOS. Okay. So that is the mistake that we're doing. Yes, this should be the correct one. Yes, this is the correct file that we need. So let's download this one. Let's paste it into the correct folder. So here it is. Let's extract this file. Again, let's insert the floppy disk now. Go to the software, select the A drive, and we will start with the setup now. So yes, this is the correct setup that we have. So we will be going with the default options. So this is going to be a bit long video because of two reasons. So the first reason being we have to install multiple things in this PC so that throughout the next uh, topics that we cover, we won't have to go back to installation of the different tools that we need. And the second reason being uh, I am not at all uh, any good with video editing, so all these waiting times you can either choose to stare at the screen like I am doing, or just scroll the video up ahead. So as you see here, it is requesting that we insert the disk 2. So to do that, we will select the disk 2 from here, insert it, and press enter again. So again, while this installation is being uh, in progress, you can just scroll the video. We now insert the disk number 4. Okay. Press enter. So we enter the disk number 5 now. So as you can see, the setup is complete. So I would like to edit the changes here in the autoexec and config.sys file so that the variables and all are properly updated. Okay, let's continue with the setup. Okay, we are pressing Control F3. So as you can see, the installation is now complete, and we will remove the disk and restart our computer. So let's go back to our software, and as you can see, we have DOS also available now. You see, all the DOS related commands are now available for us to work with here. So now that the DOS is installed, one more software that we need to install in this is the Microsoft Assembler. It is called MASM. So let's have a look at how we can do it. So we will download it from the same website again, which we had used previously. So let's download this and try to install. Again, let's transfer this to the correct folders. So this is the folder. This is the zip file that we downloaded. Let's extract it. Let's extract it. Okay, Microsoft Assembler, and okay, I don't think this is the correct file that we are looking for, because we are expecting the floppy disks. You see, it is not detecting over here, so that means this is not the file that we are looking for. Let's again go to the downloads and try this version. So let's try this one now. Try to open this. Okay, this one is also not being detected. So let's download this version over here, 6.0b. The 1.44 MB, it means the floppy version it should be. Okay, let's insert the disk. Okay, as you can see, we are able to see the drives here, floppy drives. Let's start with the setup. Let's go to your software, change the drive, and start with the setup. So as you can see, the Microsoft MASM setup has successfully loaded here. Let's start with it. We'll go with the install Microsoft macro assembler. We will use the DOS and OS to protected mode. go with all the default options here. Okay, all looks good. So here we go. So this is again going to take some time. I'll play some music for you guys here. So we will enter the requested MS-DOS utilities disk now. This should be it. So as you can see, our setup is now completed here for the MASM as well. So we have to run this new vars.bat file as well, so that the environment variables are updated, so that we are able to run the masm.exe anywhere in the file system. And also we need to update the config.sys file with the values from this new conf.sys file. Okay, let's continue. Again, it is suggested that we rename this file to tools.ini file. So now that the installation process is complete, we will exit the setup now. Now let's select the C drive. Let's remove this disk from here. And as you can see in the C drive, we have IBM Emulator, DOS, and MASM as well. Here we have all the options. Let's try to run the MASM command to see if it is installed correctly. As you can see, it is not having the environment variable set. Let's check the directories here. As you can see, the MASM directory is here. If you remember, the new vars folder, a new vars bat file was there. So this is the new vars bat file that we have. Let's try to execute it. So let's change the directory. As you can see, we are in the C drive, the base directory here, and if we run MASM here, we are able to see that it executes successfully. So we have installed MASM, we have installed the DOS operating system, and this should be it that we require for the upcoming topics that we have. And if anything else we will need, we will install it. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all for bearing this long with me here, and I hope you install all the necessary tools and uh, software properly. If you have any problems with the same, drop a comment and I will try my best to help you with the same. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.